Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to continue with our penmanship with capitals. Once again, if you can get yourself a sharp pencil, 2 is better, but at least 1, and a good eraser to go with it. During the lesson, at any time, if you need to pause the camera, you can. If you don't have your paper, pause it now and get your paper. You can use the wide lined paper or this paper here. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Our first letter will start above the line. Remember, Mr. Phelps will show you how to do the letter, and then you will have a chance to do it on your own. But you're watching right now. Starts above the top line, comes straight down. When you get to the bottom line, draw along the bottom line. Lift, capital L, ol. Go ahead and do 6 quality L's. If you look at this L, it's on the line, but the foot's a little small. I need to extend it. That means draw it a little longer. This L is not on the line. Check your L's. They should be pretty close to being the same height. Mine are all pretty much the same height. I don't want them real tall like this. We want our L's to be about this far above the line. Our next letter starts above the line, watch, comes down, and curve it so the bottom touches the bottom line and comes right back up. Capital U. Go ahead and do your 6 quality U's. Try to keep them the same height. Do you have space between your letters? I've got good space between my letters. Okay, stop writing. Watch. Starts above the line, comes down at a diagonal. When you hit the bottom line, shoot back up at a diagonal. Capital V, V, V. Go ahead and do your 6 capital V's. Once again, if your hand starts getting sore, that's a good sign that you're going to be building up muscles in your hand. Okay, if you can give me your eyes, stop writing. The next letter is W, and a W is 2 V's that are narrow, like this. 2 V's like that put together. 2 narrow, skinny V's put together. If you do regular V's, your W is going to be a little bit too wide. That W is a little too wide. Try to make 2 skinny V's that touch. That's what a W is, 2 skinny V's that touch. Do your best. If Mr. Phelps is going too fast, please pause the video and give yourself time to catch up. Our next letter is a challenging one. Watch. It starts above the line like the others. It comes down at a diagonal. When it gets to the bottom, you lift, go back up, and try to cross it on the line. Capital X. You try. X's are challenging. X makes two-letter sounds, K and S. X, like X it, X it. This X crossed above the line, so I need to fix that. Sometimes X's cross a little below the line. That needs to be fixed, Mr. Phelps. And if you're finding that you need to erase a lot more than Mr. Phelps, that's okay. I've been doing X's for years and years. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. Watch, please. Stop your writing. You can come back and finish in a little bit. Starts above the top line, comes down at a diagonal. Lift when you get to the top line. Go back up to the same height and shoot a diagonal this way. Capital Y. Yeah, yeah. This Y did not go down to the line. That did not go down to the line. It's supposed to go all the way to the line. Erase that one, Mr. Phelps. Boys and girls, sometimes a student will ask, Mr. Phelps, is it okay if I do a Y like this? Starts above the line, come down at a diagonal, lift, start at the same height, come down to the bottom line, and then come straight down. That's acceptable. You can do a capital Y like that as well. Those are fine. Either one are accepted as capital Ys, whichever one is easiest for you. Watch. This one starts above the line. You run a parallel line, and you can see it's the same distance apart from the top line. Then you come down at a diagonal and back on the bottom line. It's a tricky letter, the Z. It's not easy. Practice it. Do your best. I know a lot of kids have to erase and fix their Z's because they're hard to make. Just do your best. Trying to make 6 Z's. Mine are on the line. My bottom line is touching the line. We are done with that set of letters. Now we're going to go on to the magic C letters. We call them the magic C letters because all of these letters are formed by drawing a magic C. Now a magic C, if you'll watch, stop writing, magic C starts above the line and it just comes down and touches the bottom line. That's a magic C. Now I want to say after you can do a magic C just like that, and it's very simple. But sometimes kids like to start it a little below and kind of come up and give it a little more curve. I'm okay with that. If you want to do your C like that, that's okay. If you want to do a very simple one that's just like this, that's a very simple C. Either one is fine. Go ahead and do 6 capital C's. Try your best to keep them the same height. My C's are about the same height. We have done the letters L, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, and C. Take a picture of your work and send it to your teacher. Thank you, boys and girls.